Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from whatever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we heard that there was frequent power outages in Tanzania. And this is something that is happening in Kenya. Of course, 4 times here. And the worst is that our main international airport, which to some extent is serving East Africa, was so much affected. Total embarrassment. And it's like this problem is going to continue here in Kenya. But now if you look on the decision that the Tanzania President Samia Suluhu, what she decided to do, it is a clear indication that this is a president who is looking for a lasting solution. But how do you do it? If you have the entire team that is failing the sector, how do you deal with them? So Samia Suluhu decided to dissolve the entire electricity board because they have not been coming out with a solution. So for her, it's nyinyi wote muende. Maybe they failed to give solution to the problem. It can be a sabotage. Here in Kenya, you will hear Kipchumba telling us that he's feeling there is sabotage. The only time we saw him pretending to be taking a decision, it was when he fired someone there, the first time. But he stopped. Now we look at William Ruto. What are you doing to solve the issue of frequent power blackout? Because we know those who are running their business, they are counting losses. Maybe you have a hatchery, a fridge, talk about hospital, those who are on machine. There is a big problem. But here in Kenya, we will be told that the greedy, we are going to separate this, we will do this. 4 times you are still saying what you are going to do. I think Samia Suluhu has just taught William Ruto a lesson. This is a political lesson. It is also governance lesson that he needs to learn. The question is, will William Ruto learn? And if not so, why? As we continue with this discussion, just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now here is the difference between Samia Suluhu government and William Ruto's government or governance. The fact is that Samia Suluhu is not working with the people he appointed because they are her friends or her village people or her tribe men and women. Someone will say, she just came in when Magufuli had already formed the government. Of course, when he passed on, the fact remains that even when you come to power, you will do your changes here and there. Hakufanya hivyo. I am sure if it was Ruto taking over from Uhuru Kenyatta, God forbid, by that time, he would have made drastic changes. Angekuwa amefanya mabadiliko makubwa sana in terms of kubadilisha appointment. And you can see when he took over, it was firing, and replacing with the majority of the people who speak his language. When you employ people to position of power, influence, and they are coming from your village, your tribe, this is what you end up with. It is becoming a problem for William Ruto to fire some individuals because these people were put there in terms of they are my village men. Mimi sikatai ya kwamba Kalenjin hawafai wapate kazi. They deserve, they are Kenyans. But the fact should be, you should offer a job on merit. Do they qualify to get those jobs? Or the qualification is the tribe name? Samia Suluhu did not consider the tribe, the names. What she consider is qualification. If you qualify, you have a job. If you don't, you don't have. Therefore, if you fail, it is very easy for me to fire you because I put there with a reason to deliver. So I can fire you. I appointed you, I can fire you. But when you bring your friends, it becomes a problem to fire them. You bring your village men, it becomes a problem to fire these people. So you have to keep on giving excuses to Kenyans rather than solving the problem. And this is one of the biggest problems we are having here. You go and check, David Chirchir is a Kalenjin. He's in charge as a CS. You talk about Kenya Power CEO, Joseph Siror, is a Kalenjin. You talk about Kenyan CEO, Abraham Serem, is a Kalenjin. You talk about Ketrako Secretary, we are talking about Lydia CTNA, is a Kalenjin. That is what I'm talking about. So when you are at this level, it becomes a problem to fire these people. Hawa ni watu wako. So the only thing you can do is to look on how you can transfer them somewhere else. Wapeleke that incompetence in that sector. That is another problem. Sasa unawasongeza huku na huku kwengine, lakini uwatoi. And that's where we are as of now. The other issue is when you appoint people to position of influence and power with an intention of these people bringing money in terms of pesa za campaign. Unajua hata wakati wa Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, when Ruto was giving the names to him from his side, because this was a coalition government, so letter yako ni letter yangu, hiyo ndio coalition inafanyika, inaenda hivyo. The rumor that emerged was that from the URP side, people who were put into position of influence, the main agenda was go and look for campaign money. Look at that. And then mlete pesa ya campaign. So the main aim here is for you to go and budget for corruption because we need money for campaign. Now, if Ruto put these people in that position of influence with such kind of agenda, how do you expect him to fire them? Umepewa agenda ni kuleta pesa ya campaign. Agenda ni kuleta percentage ya mheshimiwa. Agenda ni kufanya mpango ambayo utatajirisha mkubwa. These people, it becomes a problem to fire them when that has been the agenda they have been appointed for. Na hapo ndio Kenya tuko. Tribalism, campaign money. And because of this, it becomes a problem to fire these individuals. So if you are still waiting for Ruto to fire the Kenya Power CEO, Mr. Joseph Siror, he will not fire him. But we will continue to have a power blackout. It has become a norm that every month, it is sure bet that there will be power blackout. Imekuwa ni kawaida. If you are waiting for William Ruto to fire the Kenyan CEO, Abraham Serem, you are dreaming. If you are waiting for Ruto to fire Ketrako Secretary, Lydia Sitene, you are in your own world. He will not do so. But Samia Suluhu has been able to do so because he was looking for competent people who can work for the people, and if you fail, you are replaced. She did not send them to go and bring campaign money. We know Tanzania wanaelekea kufanya campaign, but she did not send them to bring campaign money. She did not send them to go and campaign for her. But here in Kenya, you appoint people to power to come and campaign for you, but not help you to realize your manifesto. Manifesto was bottom up. Instead, it is the opposite. The situation is not working for the poor, for the middle class. Even the rich are being pulled huku chini. It is only working for those who are in those positions of influence. So Ruto must wake up from slumber. He is overseeing our taxes. He is making a decision on our taxes. These people are paid by our taxes. He must follow what Samia Suluhu is doing. If you have incompetent people in a position of power, remove them. Put there the rightful people to work for Kenyans. Otherwise, we don't have a government, and we will continue to make losses. Our people will continue to die on the machine in the hospitals, and people will not have interest to come and invest their money here in terms of manufacturing. Production haitafanyika hapa Kenya. So we will never be export net country. We will just be import. We will depend on importing everything because we have failed to have a leadership that can look into this matter to make sure that we have guaranteed electricity supply for our business, for our homes, for our hospitals, and for our manufacturing. That is the political lesson and the governance lesson Ruto need to learn from Samia Suluhu.